It's What's for Dinner for the next 7 nights. Hello and welcome to the Soup Week special of Laurice's Kitchen. First up, we're going to start with that American classic, tomato soup and grilled cheese. But you know me, this isn't going to be any old tomato soup or any old grilled cheese. Tonight, we're making tomato bisque and pesto dippers. To start this soup, we're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of bacon grease in a large Dutch oven. Then we're going to sweat 1 cup of Spanish onion that's been roughly chopped, 1 cup of carrot that's been roughly chopped, and 4 to 5 cloves of minced garlic. I've got my 7-quart Dutch oven on over medium-high heat. Alright, this is warmed up, so we're going to melt these first before we add the onions and the garlic and the carrots. Okay, the carrots and onions have been sauteing for about 5 minutes, so now we can go ahead and add the garlic. Next, we're adding 2 tablespoons of celery seed, probably close to 2 teaspoons of kosher salt, and a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Alright, that's been about 1.5 minutes for that garlic. We're going to go ahead and add our spices, our celery seed, salt, and pepper. After all of our aromatics have softened and are very fragrant, we're going to add in 5 tablespoons of flour. That's going to mix with our fats and make a roux. Next, we're adding 28 ounces of San Marzano tomatoes. Now you don't have to worry about breaking those up. We'll also be adding in 6 ounces of tomato paste, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and 5 cups of chicken broth. Okay, this smells good. That's probably been about 3 minutes, so we'll go ahead and add in our tomatoes. And the chicken broth. The Worcestershire, and the tomato paste. Last up, we need to put together our bouquet garni. That's just a few sprigs of fresh parsley, a few sprigs of fresh thyme, and 3 to 4 bay leaves. We're going to wrap this in cheesecloth because it does simmer in the soup for about 30 minutes, but we need to be able to remove all of it because it's not in the finished soup. Okay, we're going to let this come up to a simmer and then turn it down probably to medium-low. Then we're going to add the bouquet garni and let this soup simmer for about a half an hour. While the soup is simmering, we need to put these pesto dippers together. For each pesto dipper, you're going to need 2 slices of a hearty white bread, pesto, and sliced fresh mozzarella cheese. We're also going to need 2 pieces of specialty kit, a griddle, and a sandwich press. The sandwich press should be heating while you're cooking your sandwiches on their first side. We need to blend this soup until it's smooth. Now we have one of 2 ways we can accomplish that. We can blend it in a blender in batches, but you have to be very careful. You have to hold down the lid and you still run the risk of having boiling hot soup explode all over your kitchen. We can also use this immersion blender, but it poses its own set of risks because we have an exposed blender blade. So I like to wait to put the blender together until I have this down in the soup. And then we can process this until it's smooth. Last up, we need 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. I've got this griddle on over medium heat, and I've got this sandwich press on over low heat. We're going to start by grilling these sandwiches butter side down. With these pesto dippers, once you put them down, you have to leave them down. As soon as they break contact with the grilling surface, they won't brown nearly as nicely. Each sandwich is probably going to take about 3 minutes aside. Okay, we can see that this cheese is melting and that the bottom of this crust is starting to turn brown. So these are ready to come off. Okay, let's give this soup a taste. Of course, I'm going to be using my pesto dipper. Oh, that is wonderful.